So Barney's school bag is here. Oh my goodness. Barney, look what's arrived. What's in the box? Should we open it? Ready. Steady. What is it? A bag! Whose bag? Whose bag? Barney's bag. Let's look. It's your bag for school. It's got dinosaurs. Dinosaur. And it says Barney. Should we take the paper off? Take the paper off. Barney! Do you want to try it on? Ooh. You want to try it on? 1, 2, 3. Are you going to school? Hulk. Are you ready for school? Oh my goodness. Yeah? Help. You want to get up? So good morning. Thank you for licking your bits and making that such a wonderful moment to remember. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to regular life with Barney, Sophie and Chip. You want your Wotsits? We're eating Aldi Wotsits. What a time to be alive. And it's just us. Dave has moved to London. He's now living down there 6 days a week. He comes home on a Sunday. His train gets in about 11 AM and then he leaves on a Monday about 11:30. So we get about 24 hours a week with Daddy, which, if I'm being honest, has been so hard. So hard. And I know it's going to get easier because Barney's starting preschool and I'll be able to like just have some time alone. But August has been really tough. Just that thing of no one's coming to like help. I mean, family pop round, but just the general relentlessness of just life, just us two, is a lot. But I love you. Cowpaw. I don't want cowpaw. I don't want cowpaw.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you soon. Okay, the kettle's on. I'm going to make a cup of tea and then I thought we could sit and have a good old catch up. I just want to let you guys know as well that this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. So I'll be cooking our dinner with HelloFresh later on in this video. Hello. So I thought we could sit and have a chat about some of the most asked questions that I've had in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I just want to sit and answer some of our most asked questions just to kind of bring you guys up to speed, and then hopefully everything will make sense. If you have any other questions, please feel free just to drop them in the comments. So I guess the first question that some of you have been asking is like, where's Dave? How long has he gone for? What's he doing? So Dave auditioned for Phantom of the Opera a while ago. He auditions a lot, so through the audition process we don't really tend to like overthink it because you would just drive yourself crazy. And then in like June everything like kicked off. We got this amazing trip with Disney. Dave found out he got Phantom and then couldn't go to Disney, so me and Barney went and Dave moved to London. And then when we got back from Disney like a month ago, Dave was gone. And it's just been me and Barney for like the last 3 to 4 weeks trying to like adjust to this new way of life. So Dave is living in London 6 days a week and he will be living there for the next year. He finishes in July of 2024. It's his first like big principal role in the West End, so he is the part and he plays 8 shows a week. His part is Piangi, which is like the lead tenor of the opera within Phantom of the Opera. He's like the male counterpart to Carlotta, which is like Christine's enemy, I guess you could say. Watch me just butchered all of that, and Dave's like, Sophie, that's not right. I think it's right. And he's living with a family in a family home. So he is it spareroom.com, I think he used. So it's just a room that he's renting. The rent in London is just crazy, and there are parts of this that make no sense. Like, we rent this home here, Dave is renting in London. His rent for a room in London is almost as much as our house here. He's paying like I think it's $825 a month, bills included, for a room, which is it's just crazy, and it doesn't make sense. And I know not everyone understands, but I do just want to say, before I say anything negative, because obviously it's not just sunshine and rainbows, it is not the easiest situation. I fully support Dave, and I completely encouraged him to take it. It wasn't an easy decision, but this is Dave's first acting role since the pandemic, and I just in my heart felt it was so important for him to have, one, got offered such an incredible role in such an incredible show, and two, he just needed to get back to what he is meant to be doing and what he loves doing. And maybe we should move down there if he starts getting more permanent work. I don't know. The reason we decided to stay was because a year will go by really fast. Barney was on a waiting list for a good year to get into his preschool, which he starts next week. So the thought of moving down to London to some unknown location and then trying to find a preschool that has space, especially a good one like the one that we've had him on a wait list for so long for, and we couldn't afford to live in London. Gosh, if we rented in London with enough space for all of us and a garden for Chip, you'd be talking maybe £3,000 a month. We'd have to go further out, way far out, like we used to live when we did commute. We have lived we've lived in central London, Zone 1. We've also lived in Zone 3 and 4. And then when we lived there with Chip, we lived out in Basingstoke, which is miles away, but it was the only way we could afford somewhere with a garden. So it's just it's so complicated to move down there, and it's so much easier for Dave just to grab a room, for a year. So it doesn't make perfect sense, and there are times where Dave and I have both gone, are we making a crazy decision? But then I know this sounds really cheesy, but I hear the overture for Phantom. If I'm ever having a bit of a tough day, I literally just play it, and I hear that orchestra and that music, and I just think this is what he's meant to be doing. And I always said that I would support him for as long as we've been together. And I do. I completely support him, and I know that it's not forever. I know this is not a permanent solution. If, say, he gets another West End gig and another West End, and it kind of keeps going, we'll probably move back. But not to be negative, but he could do this year and then have another few years out or touring, where you don't need to have a London base if you're on a tour of a show, which would be good, because then he wouldn't need to rent a place permanently. He would just be traveling around with the show. So that's also something that we would really like to happen. So I kind of hope that clears everything up. Yeah, financially it doesn't make sense, emotionally it doesn't make sense, but dreams, ambitions, living life, it makes sense. And it is, it's now 11 months left and he does have holidays booked. We're going to go to Disney at some point. We'll reveal all when we've got the information, but hopefully that kind of just clears up. I think I answered about 5 questions in one there, so I'll just move on to the other big question, which is, what are we doing about having another baby? So if you've been following us for a while, I always thought we were going to have 2 close together, and then it just in my heart didn't feel right until Barney turned about 2.5, I think. That's when I started to feel really ready, but logistically it just didn't quite make sense. So we both said around the time that Barney starts 3, we'll start trying. And literally as Barney turned 3, Dave moved to London. So it's like the universe is having a laugh. Now, just speaking like completely honestly, I don't know. There's a part of me that just thinks, do we just wait? But then the gap gets bigger. Barney's 3. If we wait a year, let's say you're pregnant for a year just to make, and that's only if you get pregnant straight away, we're looking at then like a 5-year age gap minimum, which is bigger than we thought. So there's a piece of me that's like, okay, if I was to get pregnant in, say, I don't know, December or January, I'd be due, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'd be due in about September. Dave finishes the show in August. Does that make sense? Because then he wouldn't miss out on having a baby like at home, but we'd be able to like bypass waiting for that big age gap. But would I regret like doing pregnancy on my own with a toddler? If anybody has any experience in this and can just share some tips, whatever you think, I'd love to know. And I know that I'll be able to cope so much better that Barney's now starting preschool, because if I was pregnant, I know if I was as sick as last time, I wouldn't want to have Barney on my hands all day. So the fact that he's going to be in preschool soon, and I'll get that little bit of rest, makes it seem more doable. So yeah, that, all I can say is we just don't know. We're still very much undecided. So if anyone would like to offer any advice, it would be very, very welcome. So as you guys know, we have been using HelloFresh for years now, and now that Dave is not here in the week, I'm so glad to have those meals in the fridge, because I do have family members popping around, sometimes unannounced, in the evenings, just to help out and play with Barney, just so that I can get work done or clean the house, and it's been amazing. And tonight my dad's popping around, so I'm going to make a HelloFresh meal for dinner. Let me show you what we're having. It's one of my favourite ones. So this is one of their family recipes. You can see there in the orange, and it's the chicken korma style curry, and it's great because obviously it's a great way for Barney to try new foods, but it's nice and mild, which is perfect. Okay, let's get cooking. I do think for me one of the hardest challenges of solo parenting in the week has just been deciding what we're going to eat for dinner each night. We now get 3 HelloFresh meals each week, and it's just a relief to have something fresh and healthy without having to shop for the ingredients. And I really do like that Barney gets to try new variety of foods that I necessarily wouldn't just make by scratch myself. And also, did you know that HelloFresh now offers quick and healthy kids lunches? This is definitely something that I'm excited to try in the future with Barney. I think he's going to love those. Now that we're in back to school season, I know that having HelloFresh could be so helpful to so many of you, having those ingredients pre-prepared and packaged individually ready for your meals. I'm going to put our code on the screen. It's SophieDave60. That gets you 60% off your first box and 25% off your next 2 boxes. We also have a QR code which I'll pop here, and you can just scan that with your phone and get all the information right now. So I'm gonna love you and leave you for tonight, but I will see you guys in the morning. Bye. I'm so proud of myself. I've just bought Free Willy on YouTube. Who's that? Willy! Shark. He's not a shark, he's a whale. Please. So good morning. It's Saturday. We've just been for a dog walk, and we're gonna make some food and watch Free Willy. Very excited about it. Barney's like obsessed with all things like sharks and whales at the minute, and I really don't want to watch like kids programs. I want to just sit and relax and watch a movie. So I thought, Free Willy, who doesn't love Free Willy? So yeah, I'm excited. I feel like, if I'm being honest, Saturdays are like the most painful. It just feels like a family day, like Monday through Friday. It has been tough, especially like without preschool and like usual clubs and stuff on, so I can't wait for all that to start up like in September. But there's something about a Saturday that just makes me feel like I'm really on my own. So I don't really like going out, so we're in a good routine. We're doing a dog walk in the morning, which we've just been on, and then some like homey nice food. I might try and do some baking as well, and then like a family movie. Barney loves movies. He's always just like he'll watch a whole movie. So I kind of want to watch like different like classics. What's that one about the birds where like the girl gets the machine bird to fly? I think he'd really like that. What's that called? What's that film called? But anyway, we're doing Free Willy today. I'm excited. So yeah, I'm trying to keep positive, and I know that for me going out, well, I've tried it going out on a Saturday, I just feel overwhelmed. Everywhere's really busy and I feel especially alone. So scrap that, we're staying in on Saturdays.
Mom,
are you ready? Ready, let's go. Well, Free Willy was a blast from the past. I really enjoyed it, and there were so many things that I'd forgotten. Like I only really remembered the whale part, so it was nice to like follow the other parts of the story. But I've never seen Free Willy 2 and 3, so that might have to be something. I'm just holding a jammy dodger. Why is that even funny? I'm delirious, I'm so tired, guys. I've just filmed, well, Barney's in bed. He went to bed actually much easier. I feel like I'm getting stricter since Dave's gone, in a good way. Like normally whoever was putting Barney to bed, the other person would like tidy up and do the kitchen, and I'd be a bit more lenient with him going to bed. And now I'm like, you need to go to sleep because I have to clean the kitchen and work and like get things done. I can't be spending 2 hours on bedtime. Okay, right, I am gonna make a cup of tea. I'm gonna eat my jammy dodger. I am gonna work my way through this to-do list, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Thank you to our patrons over on our More Magic Club. I hope you enjoy the Disney Q&A, and Dave has now booked his holidays for the rest of the time he is in Phantom, so we know when our next Disney trip is and we know where we're going. So excuse me, we will be updating you with that information all soon. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy, and I'm so happy for Dave. I'm just tired, and I know that when preschool starts and I have time in the day to myself, I'm not going to be so tired because I'll be able to actually work not late at night. It's just been tough, like having Barney all day and then trying to fit, you know, all the editing in for the Disney vlogs and other bits and pieces and keeping the house tidy. I mean, you guys know it's just a lot with toddlers that undo everything that you do. He's just like he's like Stitch. It's like his desire to like destroy is strong. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Good night. Bye.
Bye bye.